Today we're going to talk a little bit more about the big announcement that Princess made regarding their dining. It sounds like they are trying to step up a notch with dining on board, and that makes me really happy. We've also got a story about a lady that I think brings in a lot of things that we should all be talking about together, as well as one of the Princess ships is going to go into Drydock this month, and I am really excited about that. There's 3 other ships I'll tell you about that are going into Drydock as well. And then the last thing that we need to talk about is it's packing day here on the island, Princess. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Tuesday, it's October 17th of 2023. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please subscribe? I share lots of travel information, cruise information with you, as well as lots of tips. I take you with me when we go places and would love to have you come and love to see you here every day. Also, if you appreciate my updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and start with the new dining announcements I told you about yesterday on Princess. So there are 2 announcements that I wanted to make sure that you are all aware of. Really quickly, that 360 experience, it's not quite as new anymore, but that is finally available to everyone who is on board the ship. You have to make a reservation and pay them your money and you can go. It's $149 a person. You make your reservation and I'll keep you up to date when I see how we can make reservations for that. If any of you know, or as you're on a Princess ship, please let us know, okay? Now, the next thing though, with that big announcement Princess made is the Butcher Block by Dario, that eating experience on board. That is going to be on the new Sun Princess. It's going to be there on deck 9, it says, a communal dining table. So where I live, there's actually a restaurant called Communal, and it's just a really big table there, and for most of the diners, and so it sounds like that's how it will be served. But I wanted to let you know that I think this is a step hopefully in the direction that we all like to go, especially for people that cruise on Princess that would like to enjoy meat and have a really nice cut of meat and prepared to perfection. So this gentleman, Dario Cecchini, I hope I'm saying that right, his family business has been passed down for 8 generations. That's amazing. He is on a Netflix show called The Chef's Table. He's been featured on there, as well as he's very well known for his butcher shop and restaurants in Tuscany, Italy. So it's amazing that Princess has partnered with him. They also talked about him doing the menus for the Crown Grill, including some of the dishes that he would have there. So I am really looking forward to hearing from those of you as you sail on Princess and you notice differences in the menus. Will you please let us know? I really don't know, based on the wording in their announcement, if those changes are going to roll out to all of the Crown Grills at the same time that the Sun Princess starts sailing, or if it's going to be before then or after then, or just how it's going to work. I'm really excited about that though. The last time we went to the Crown Grill, it's been a while because it wasn't that great, and it kind of just made me think I don't need that in my life. And so I'm really excited to try it again once they make these changes. The dinner that we had when we were last at the Crown Grill was nothing like it was at the Crown Grill before COVID happened. And I know really a lot of things are not like they were before COVID. So I'm really excited about these changes, and I'm really looking forward to hearing from all of you and hearing what you've got to say about it. The next thing I wanted to let you know is some ships that are going into Drydock. So it's always exciting to me when a ship goes to Drydock, because you wonder, if they're just freshening up the paint, replacing anything that needs replaced. It gives the ship a little bit of a facelift where she needs it, but also if they make any big changes. So I'm going to be excited to hear what happens. But for October, there are 4 ships that are going to be in Drydock: the Disney Wonder, the MSC Fantasia, the Carnival Freedom, and the Ruby Princess. And so when I've been trying to track down everything that's going to happen on her, and I have not been able to find a definitive list. I know it says that they are it's happening over in Portland, Oregon. They are going to do regular maintenance in addition to a technical overhaul and class work is what it's called. So hopefully they will make any repairs that need to happen so that she doesn't have to sail any slower. You know how that happens sometime when they have to do maintenance as the ships are sailing. Now the Ruby Princess, we've historically thought of her as sailing out of San Francisco, But she, once she finishes this, is going to be going down and around. She's going to have a winter season in the Caribbean, as well as going down to Central America to the Panama Canal. So it'll be fun to have her making those cruises. So let me know in the comments below if the Ruby Princess is on your bucket list, if you've sailed on her. I know that a few people, so you know, it's just one of those subjective things, but some people have said that she does need a little bit of attention. So hopefully she'll be getting everything that she needs during this dry dock, and she'll be ready to go for another long time. So that's exciting news from Princess. The next update, this is a story that really struck me an awful lot. You know, I read a lot of stories in the news about what happened to cruisers, what they do, all of these things, and you'll notice I don't report on everything that goes on, and it's because I don't think it's all of significance to all of us. But this story really stopped me. It's about this lady. She was on the Carnival Luminosa on a sailing that went clear from Seattle down to Australia, so it was a long sailing. And during the course of her cruise, she fell and broke her hip and her elbow. The medical team on board determined that they didn't have everything there that they needed to be able to take care of her, do any surgery, anything she needed, so they transferred her to a hospital in Indonesia. As soon as she got there, she realized they couldn't take care of her. They didn't have the facilities to take care of her. To make a long story short, the closest hospital that would really be able to offer the care that she needed was in Thailand. And so, of course, her family starts the process of working with the insurance. She did have cruise insurance, so that's great, but of working with the insurance to get her transported. So now she's been left in Indonesia, and she has to somehow get to Thailand to get what she needs. It took 9 days for them to be able to transfer her. And of course, by then she needed more significant medical help than she did before, because things had started to heal in the wrong position. And so with all of this going on, it has made me pause and think an awful lot about what's going on. And mind you, they ended up having to have, I believe it was a senator that got involved. They had to bring it to the mainstream media to really get the help that they really needed to get their mom moving and to where she needed to be. So whenever I think of going on a cruise, of course, no one ever plans for any medical emergency. No, none of us ever plan for it to get sick or to fall, anything. But when it happens, somehow in my mind, I always just thought that they would take care of me and make sure that everything was okay, that no one would transfer me to a hotel that I get stranded in where they don't take care. And so it's made me stop a lot, like I said. And so a couple of things. First of all, we all need to keep in mind to be as proactive as we can about what's going on. And I can only imagine it must be really hard when you're somewhere and you're getting transferred and you have no idea if they can take good care of you or not. You trust that the medical staff will make sure that where they are transferring you to will be able to offer the care that you need. So I would say I'm going to do my best on that. The other thing is make sure that you do have the travel insurance. And I want to hear from many of you that have had these emergencies, medical emergencies, while you've been on a cruise. Let us all know what you've learned along the way. Let us know what you've learned about being transferred somewhere. Anything that you think will help all of us, just kind of have in our back pocket. You can't plan for every eventuality, but I do believe in being prepared and trying to think through things and have in mind some good strategies, something that would work if anything unexpected happens. I am keeping my eye on the news. They've reported on getting her to Thailand. And so I'm going to try to follow the story and see if there are any updates when she finally makes it back to her home here in the United States. And it just really took me aback that she would be transferred to a hospital that couldn't take care of her. So tell me what you all think about that, would ya? I'll keep an eye out for that in the comments. Now, tomorrow I'm going to tell you all about disembarking when you're on a cruise. I'm going to show you what it's like in Southampton. I'm going to tell you about how it works on Princess, how disembarkation works. But since this is the day that we are packing, when you go on a cruise, in part of the information they give you, they are going to let you know what time you need to have your luggage out in the hall that you would like them to handle. If you want, you can take your own luggage and disembark from the ship, no problem. You'll just have to, you just take it all with you, get off the ship, and off you go. It is really simple to have them take your luggage as well, especially if you have big suitcases. They will take it the night before, like we're supposed to have all of our luggage that we want them to take and show up in the cruise terminal in the morning. We're supposed to have that out by 9 p.m. this evening. I happen to know if you're a couple of minutes after that, don't think all is lost. You can still put it out there and it will show up in the morning, but we really try to get ours out as close to the time that they ask as possible. The other thing to remember about that is make sure that you keep track of your little tags. On the tag, if you forget, they have these little things that it's going to tear off right here. You fold it on, Princess, and it comes off, and so it says Navy 5, and so you can tuck this in your bag so that in the morning, if you've got it handy, so that when you get downstairs, they're going to have all these colors with all these numbers in the cruise terminal, so much luggage, but then you just go to the one that says your color and your number, and you'll be able to find your suitcase right there. So I wanted to let you know that. Today we have had a splendid day on board the Island Princess. We had a fun time. We're going to have last dinner this evening with our Let's Go family members who are on this group cruise with us. We had fun playing a card game called Swoop today. We've played that several times on this trip, and so we did that on the sea day today as last fun time to get together doing that. And I thought I would tell you a couple of things about our group cruises. So first of all, we have played games, we have gotten together to visit, we have had dinner together, we have, like when someone's going into town and somebody else wanted to go too, they've gone together. Some of us have been on excursions together. We have really had a wonderful time. We've gone to some of the shows together. It's just worked out really nicely, and so I'm very pleased with that. The other thing that we got to do is one of our Let's Go family members, Zanetta, on this trip, she and her husband were so kind. She brought an art project for us. So here's my art project. So she was really kind. She brought her pastels and paper, and this is my Northern Lights. She brought trees for us. My snow, I got a little bit too big, so I turned it into a shooting star there. But so now when I get home, I can either use this as a card and send it to someone, or I'm gonna display this. I'm really very pleased with it. So we had a really fun time together. So now that I've learned how to do this, we can do this on other group cruises or other fun things together. But I just wanted you to know that we've had the best time. Our next group cruise that we've got coming up together is the inaugural of the Sun Princess. So if you're just deciding that you would like to go, come and join us on that. I think it's going to be amazing. I'm expecting a really wonderful cruise because you know what? They're going to pull out all the stops and try to make it fabulous, so that everyone talking about it says that the food's good, that the entertainment's great, that the ship is beautiful. So I expect it to even be a notch above as they try to draw everyone in and want to sail on that big new ship. Well, we want to anyway, but I think you know what I mean. The other group cruise that we've got coming up that is even tighter on space is our British Isles cruise. So if you would like to come with us and have an awful lot of fun as well as see the British Isles, send me an email because we'd love to have you come with us. So if you've got any questions, let me know. And you know what, we have our Alaska cruise that sails on July 27th of 2024. We are going on the beautiful Discovery Princess for a week. It's really a simple cruise. It's round trip in and out of Seattle. It includes Glacier Bay and Skagway and Ketchikan and Juneau. It's your classic Alaska cruise. It's a good starting point if you've never been to Alaska before, and it is also a wonderful option if you've been lots of times before like we have. I don't think it is, you just can't beat it. And so be thinking about if you would like to come along with us. Thank you very much for being here with me. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.